Welcome to my channel. We'll be discussing current events. I'll be offering healthy recipes and tips on how to be a baddie on a budget. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to share. All right, so today I want to discuss the couple Martell and Melody Holt. All right, so Martell and Melody Holt have been married, I believe, 13 years. They are on the series Love and Marriage Huntsville, which airs on the OWN channel. I forgot which night, but on the OWN channel, you can look at your local listings. Martell has been having an affair with someone for 5 years, and just recently, it has been said that the mistress is now pregnant. Melody filed for divorce, and that's where we are now. So Melody filed for divorce and has since moved to her own place. And recently, Melody took to social media to let everyone know that Martell is being super petty regarding the divorce, made her late to pick up her children, little things like that. And she also revealed that Martell told her that Ariane, the mistress, is pregnant. Fast forward, I guess that didn't sit too well with Martell, so he chose to have an interview with Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. And what I found out this week is he has shopped the interview to a few different bloggers. Funky.Neva, Tasha K says that he wanted her to interview him, and probably several others. So he wanted to use this opportunity to speak his piece. Here's a little snippet.
You mentioned like when we first met, the first thing you said to us, he a cheater, ain't he? And what Melody say? Yeah.
Now, I just want you guys to take note. This is how Martell chose to lead the interview. For some reason, he thinks it's funny. I just think he's very childish and immature. The fact that he is a cheater and he takes pride in it just tells you his level of maturity. In this next snippet, Martell is letting us know if the rumors are indeed true about him.
All of this stuff that's out there is not true. Let's clear the air right now. Because if it ain't true, let's say it.
Well, no. Some things are true. I mean, I have cheated. But the thing is, if like we started this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melody decided she wanted to put all my business out on Front Street. Let the whole world know that Martell cheated. Okay? But the thing is, she cheated before the show even started.
Now, let me just say this, and this is something that my mother taught me very early on in life. When you're speaking and you use the word but in conjunction with the sentence you just said, everything you said prior to that, you're about to just totally negate it. So when you're explaining yourself, there is no but involved. What Martell is doing is deflecting. He is not taking accountability for his actions. A person cheats because it is in their heart to do so. There's no other factors involved. It doesn't matter what your spouse is doing, what the outside world is doing, how beautiful the woman is, etc.
And then, but besides that, I'll take it back. What I say to all women, take care of your man from the beginning. If he has certain needs, take care of your man.
All right, so if you have watched any of my previous videos, you know how I feel about cheating. A man cheats because of his low self-esteem. A man that feels good about himself, that is confident in who he is, does not have it in his soul to cheat on his wife. Not girlfriend, not spouse, not somebody he just met, but a wife that he has 3, now 4 children with. A man that feels good about himself does not have the desire to cheat. Whether Melody was denying him of sex or not has nothing to do with the equation. When you're constantly seeking validation, whether you're a man or a woman, when you're constantly seeking validation and your spouse is not giving it to you, you're going to look anywhere and everywhere for that validation. So that's why you always see men more than likely find a woman that is not even on their wife's level on any capacity. Now, while you heard him apologize to Ariane for calling her a peasant, that is how he truly feels about Ariane. A lot of men in Martell's position, They don't want a powerful wife. They don't want a wife that is a hard worker, independent, and powerful. There are indeed a lot of men that want women that think they are truly God's, God's gift to them. They want to be the prize in a relationship. And unfortunately, there are a lot of women that treat men as such. So they go around expecting it. As you can see, the moment that Melody got a little fame, a little stardom, and she started to shine, their relationship fell apart. Now, he had already cheated prior to coming on TV, but when Melody saw that the world would accept her, the world would embrace her, things changed. The equation changed, and Martell didn't like that at all. Not one bit.
Especially if your man is, helping out in the house, taking care of kids. Not just taking care of kids, really the dominant parent. I've been the dominant parent when it came to my household. I always have been. I still am right now, even going through this divorce. I still am. But if you're the breadwinner, you cleaning up the damn house just like your wife is. You taking care of the kids just as good as she is. You coming home every day, every night. Though I cheated, I never hung out. I don't hang out. I don't party. I don't smoke. I don't drink.
All right, here we go. We have it. Here's the problem. Men in the year 2020, 2020, men truly believe that they should be given an award for doing the things that they are supposed to be doing. The media portrays black men as deadbeat dads, not marrying the mother of their children, etc. So for some reason, the men that do those things earnestly believe that they should receive some type of an award, or you should do cartwheels down the hallway because he's a great father or because he married you. Excuse me, sir. Absolutely not. Those are things you are supposed to be doing with your life. You are supposed to be a great father to the children that your wife carried and birthed. You are supposed to be a provider for your home. You do not receive an award. I'm not going to applaud a fish for swimming. Come on now, let's be reasonable. There are far too many men in this world that want to be the provider and then feel like their wife owes them their life because they've done so. Now, if you were the provider, which is what God intended for you to be, and Melody saw fit to push herself, and even if you assisted her, even if you both agreed, okay, hey, now is the time that you can go ahead and get your career started. I see far too many marriages fail because the woman wanted to be better. The woman wanted to be a voice. The woman wanted to have power. The woman wanted to shine bright. I see so many marriages fail because the woman wants to do something with her life other than be ex's wife. I really feel like that's where the disconnect came. Whereas Martell it was such a switch where he became Melody's husband instead of she being introduced as Martell's wife. And it's a knock on his ego. And it happens often. We've seen this with celebrities. For example, Karen on Housewives of Potomac. We see it in real life where maybe the husband was the breadwinner and the wife went on to college and she got a degree and she started making more money. Things of that nature. It happens quite frequently.
Honestly, I would feel like I tell her, I feel that before I started cheating, I feel that she cheated before me only because she stopped having sex with me. She stopped performing like she normally would. Only thing, she would say is, I'm tired.
Okay, men, I want to say this and please listen clearly. If your woman and or wife stops satisfying you sexually or stops wanting to have sex with you or stops wanting to do things she normally would do in a sexual capacity with you, there is an issue with the marriage. There is something past the sex, past opening her legs, that she has a problem with. So you should really start there. If your relationship on a sexual level changes drastically, there is a problem. And it's not necessarily that she's cheating. There's a disconnect somewhere. Most women, I know there are women, but most women are just don't open their legs and enjoy sex just because. There has to be a connection there with that man, and it starts with their mind. It starts with you making her feel good. So it probably has something to do with you cheating. She may have been able to tell. I don't know if at that time she knew about the cheating, but a person takes a hit when they know you've given yourself to somebody else, especially for a 5-year duration. Now, while I definitely don't think cheating is a mistake on any level, it definitely isn't a mistake that you have a relationship with the same woman for 5 years. That's an entire other life, pretty much, that you have shared with another woman. Your intimacy, the level of intimacy, the details of your life and things of that nature. Can you imagine how your wife would feel should that occur? Now let's listen to a little bit more of what Martell has to say. If you notice, and of course I'm not playing the entire interview, but if you go back and listen, and please do, it's on Dr. Heavenly's channel. It's about 50 minutes. Great interview. I think she did well. If you notice, Martell never takes accountability for his actions. He's saying Melody will stop satisfying him sexually, and she basically told him to get a girlfriend, which I'm sure was facetious. Like, yeah, go get a girlfriend then. He took it upon himself to do so, and he's blaming her.
And then I remember this one particular day, she was supposed to have, we supposed to went to a barbecue or something like that. And she was in the bed, we kind of got into it or something like that. And she was in the bed opening up her computer, and I can imagine she's about to go to Instagram. And she told me, go find your girlfriend. She told me to go find your girlfriend. I still remember that vividly. And that night, that's when I met the mistress, right?
Now, seriously, how ironic is it? She says, go find a girlfriend, go find a girlfriend. That's the very night that he found Ariane. Like, excuse me, sir. If I tell you to go make $1 million, how quickly are you going to do that? Like, please make it make sense, Martell. You are very immature. You are very insensitive about your family. I don't care how much you play with those kids. You didn't take your family serious.
I come home to someone who's, not only not satisfying me, but, disrespecting me with the mouth, almost talking to me like she's the man and I'm the woman or something like that, like really disrespecting me. Hey, Melody, you see how you talking to me? You see how you doing? So that's why I cheated on you right there. I would tell her right then, I would say, this is why I cheated on you. Look how you talking to me. Look how you acting toward me.
All right, y'all, I'm going to say this, and it's not a very popular opinion, but I do understand what Martell is saying. I think the main problem with the world is everyone has this box that they think family should be in. But if a man desires a certain type of woman, that is the one type of woman that he should marry. There's a lot of men that basically want women to be deaf, mute, and blind. And what do I mean by that? Basically, I mean that they want to continuously be that perfect guy in their wife's eyes. They want to be the provider just so they can hold it over your head. They want to do what they want to do and not hear a mention from you about it, whether it be right or wrong. They want to be that decision maker and you not have an opinion. There are men that want that type of woman. And I'm not saying Martell is wrong. What I'm saying is don't marry the type of woman Mel is, and know that she has career goals. Know that she has personal goals. Know that she wants to grow as a woman, and then be upset when she does so. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of men that want to be that quote unquote power couple. However, they want to make sure you're standing behind them and that everybody sees them as the leader instead of actually being a power couple. You see this dynamic, pretty often. I've said this about, even like Will and Jada Smith. past all the rumors and the orgies and all that type of craziness, what I've often said is somebody had to take the back seat, or they would not have lasted as long as they did. There's no way Will could have been the greatest actor he is if Jada had been pursuing her career just as hard at the very same time. She had to take a back seat. Even Beyonce and Jay-Z, even though it's still rumors, pretty much her Lemonade album confirmed that he had an affair. Oftentimes, it's hard for men, especially black men, to have women that are so very powerful. It goes right back to, if a man is not confident in who he is, it is a problem if the woman makes more money, even if it's $10,000 or $20,000 more a year. It is a problem if their wife is more famous, than they are in the public eye. It is a hit to a lot of men's ego, and they can't take it. They don't want to take it, and they want to be that power figure in the relationship. Lastly, Dr. Heavenly is wrapping up the interview. She's trying to get Martell to say if he indeed has a baby on the way with Ariane, and he never really confirms or denies it.
Is there a baby?
Don't nobody want to know if it's a baby or not.
Oh, so you don't know?
No, I'm saying, do anyone want to know if it's a baby? Are your people saying anything?
That's what the people want to know. Is there a baby?
Is
I want to know.
that?
Is that yes or no, Martell? Listen, do you have a baby on the way by your mistress Ariane?
Y'all have to go ask her that.
So you don't know? Is that what you're saying? You don't know?
Y'all got to go ask her that.
Once again, look at Martell's level of maturity. He is just a very immature man. He could have easily said, yes, she is pregnant, or yes, she was pregnant. She lost the baby. She had an abortion. I'm not having sex with her. So if she is pregnant, it's not my child. But he chose to laugh and joke and play about the situation. And again, like I said, he does not take his family serious. He doesn't take himself serious. And I really wish he would stop pretending so much and go seek some help so he can stop ruining lives. Now, while his children are very young right now, eventually they will see this information. They'll see what Melody had to say. They'll see what Martell had to say. And they'll see all of this information. And it just doesn't paint a good picture, no matter how much you take them out to dinner or play in the park with them. It doesn't paint you in a good light, in the eyes of your children. Now, Martell goes on to say that Ariane indeed was pregnant before and she had an abortion. He also chose to tell us that Melody had an abortion twice, and he questions whether the children are his because she had an abortion. Why would she have an abortion when they had already had so many children? He doesn't say specifically, when those abortions occurred. But as you know, Melody did have an additional child. So they have 4 children now together. And the mistress, Ariane, is allegedly pregnant. Martell also wanted us to know that Melody was asleep one day. He got her phone. She was texting someone. It had her best friend's name on it, but he didn't think the text messages were to her best friend. He went in and put the phone number in his phone, and it happened to be one of his frat brothers, which was a lawyer that was helping them with some business dealings. He also happens to be the lawyer that filed the first divorce proceeding. So this is who he's alleging that Melody is having an affair with, the lawyer that filed the divorce proceedings, and happens to be his friend as well as frat brother. So, he just wants to be messy again to deflect. I don't know if it's true or not. Hopefully not. But this is the information that he's putting out there. Melody has not, made any posts since this interview. And Martell did post something on Halloween, just taking his kids out to dinner after they had did a little trick-or-treating. A few days prior to this interview being released, Melody did put out that she was doing a song, and I really like it. It was on Instagram, just a little snippet, Instagram, and I'll let you guys listen to it now.
Weird, I don't get where it comes from now. On the gram, put it on, you won't tell the whole side, 'cause then they would see other villain. begging, go call her. Gave you 5 years to cut her off. Now I realize that was too long. If you think I'm lonely now, don't you ever think that thought again. No, I don't feel the need to be friends. We don't have to learn to cope. I'd rather be alone 'cause you got
Here's my final thoughts, final opinions. When you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, there will be difficult times. There will be times when maybe the sex is not great. Maybe you're struggling a little bit financially. There will be times when, friends or family is getting in your ear. There will be times when there's beautiful women around you. There will be times when there's more powerful men around you, or more men that are more romantic or seem sweeter, offering you compliments. If you don't have a good foundation from the beginning, any of those things can, create problems in your relationship. You have to stand firm in the vows that you created with one another before God. And even if you aren't married, if you're just in a relationship, there will always be somebody that looks better, a man that looks stronger, works out a little bit more, a woman that may be a better cook, a woman with bigger boobs, a woman with bigger breasts. You have to be confident in who you are, and that your family know that your family is important in your life to be able to have self-discipline. If you guys understand what I'm saying, in order for you to have that discipline that it takes to be grounded and not become a cheater, it starts within yourself. So if you allow the outside world to get in your ear, to get in your heart, of course your marriage is going to fail. And also, my thing is, find the partner that will work for you. I know a lot of times we, view relationship goals based on how they look on a photo and things like that, or relationship goals, they look so good together. You really need to think past that and find out what's important to you. If it's important that your man make X amount of dollars, find that man that is on that level. If you are a man and your desire is that your spouse or your wife always makes you the priority, find that woman that has that same thought pattern, because there are women out there that think along those same lines. But don't find a woman that wants to be, independent and powerful and successful, and then think she's going to be Molly Homemaker and cater to your every single need, every single moment of the day. I think that's where the disconnect happens, why a lot of marriages fail. A person looks at who a person is and thinks they can change that person. I think this goes for Melody and Martell. Martell is this type of person, Melody is this type of person. And as they grew, the streets divided and they weren't on the same journey anymore. I'm not going to just say Martell is wrong for his way of thinking, because people are different, and it's okay to have your own opinions, to have your own values, to have your own viewpoint of what a family is, but just find that woman that is on the same page that you are. And to Ariana, I just want to say, I know as the mistress, a lot of times you feel special because that man keeps coming back to you, but please don't be fooled. He's coming back to you because you are available. He's holding up your life. You're not special. And even if he gets divorced from Melody, trust and believe he's not going to be committed to you. I pray with all of my heart that you are not pregnant, knowing that he already has 4 children with his wife, and your child will be so close in age with their children. It's just going to be a complete catastrophe. I pray that you are strong enough to move on with your life, that you will find a man that indeed values you, values who you are as a person, and wouldn't continue to deny you. Even after the affair has been, he's publicly admitted to having an affair, he's still denying that he has any dealings with you. Please be smarter. Please be prouder of who you are as a woman. To Melody, I hope you stay strong. You know, continue to be that woman that strives for her goals. Be a role model for your children, both your son and your daughters. And you know, keep your head up. Don't feel like this is an embarrassment to you because your husband cheated. But as usual, these are my opinions, not the law. Please be sure to comment below what you guys think of the whole situation. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I know this was a little longer than I usually make my videos, so I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.